Those touch points between us as a client and Sol Digital as a service provider, a solutions provider, is what makes it much more meaningful. My name is Rewi Bugo. I'm MD of Petra Jaya Properties, a Sarawak-based property development company which focuses on building properties in Kuching. Before we started working with you, we recognized that marketing was going more and more digital. Traditional forms of marketing weren't really working, whether it was print or large format media, billboards and stuff. At the time, I think the most advanced way of reaching customers was trying to do email, WhatsApp blasts or SMS blasts before that. Technology was just about turning to where social media was becoming the platform for reaching more and more customers at a reasonable cost. We needed to sort of move into social media marketing to become more relevant to our target markets, but also just to achieve the reach that we needed to get customers' attention. I think we've worked with Sol Digital for 3 years. I think the initial value proposition was the enthusiasm of Ms. Lunigan. Just as an aside, people can promise the world, but attitude is 50% of the battle. And his attitude towards trying to achieve what we wanted to achieve was probably key for us. And the feeling that we could work together on something and build something. So I think at the time Sol Digital was quite young, quite new. It was like, hey, let's take the plunge together, and we've grown, I think, as far as our social media presence has gone. I think the main difference between legacy or traditional marketing and digital marketing and social media marketing is that you're able to do more precise analytics. So to give an example, you put an ad in the newspaper, you have no idea who sees it. You have no idea what time of day they see it, what gender they are, how old they are, where they are. Whereas with social media marketing and the tools that you guys use, you can go right down to all those metrics: age, gender, location. I think the more advanced tools that you guys use. So the advert is not just whatever I like to see, but it's what we think the customer of fitting that demographic or profile wants to see. So that's been probably the most useful thing, as opposed to shooting in the dark. I look forward to every time we meet in person, because I've seen you grow from, I think, a 2-person to 7 or 8. And I've seen how you specifically have really nurtured your staff, your team members. You've brought them under your wing, and I've seen them go from total newbies when they join you to quite confident speakers at the end of it, at least presentation skills. I remember one of your crew, that very nice, handsome guy, Jordan. He could barely speak in my presence at first, but now he can sit there and make fun of me. It's because there's value in what you provide. So I think a lot of companies would take for granted the complexity of what you do. Some people may think, oh, just hire a digital marketing person off the street. They won't appreciate the depth and breadth of knowledge and skills that your team will bring. It's not something you can pick up off the street. It's not something you can read in a book or watch a podcast and pick up. As for your case, years and years of an iterative improvement process and understanding what works and what doesn't. And that's something that you can't just pick up overnight. You need to do the hard yards to learn that process. And that's the sort of intellectual capital that you carry as the proprietor of the company, and you cascade down to your team. That's probably why we've stayed on, is because there's real value. Commitment, number one, and entrenching yourself in understanding our products and how we operate. As you appreciate us, we appreciate how you stuck with us through difficult times. If you've seen how we've been frustrated from times and we've come out of that, but overall, we hope we continue. 100%. As I said, there's the attitude to solving problems. And what I think really impressed me in early days was that the effort made to understand our business. It wasn't just seen as a black box. We weren't seen as a black box. So how do we solve this company? But no, I think you guys took the time to understand our products. I think we muddled through it together. It never felt like you guys were an external supplier. It always felt like we were part of the team. That's reflected in the chat groups that we have and the regular reports that you give us in person or whenever possible. And I think that those touch points between us as a client and Sol Digital as a service provider, a solutions provider, is what makes it much more meaningful.